What's up everybody and welcome to this in-depth Soldier VOD review. In this video, we're going to be breaking down some Soldier gameplay to help you understand exactly what type of angles you should be taking to be most effective on Soldier. I know what you're thinking, consistently Soldier hasn't been that good in the meta. That being said, Soldier can be a great pick when whipping out, especially when your team is playing an untraditional team comp. Sometimes you don't have a traditional team comp with shields to hide behind or synergistic supports. What Soldier can do is he can hold high ground angles, take angles, control them, and emit constant pressure, as well as take tons of duels in a way that will get him insane value and allow him to put pressure on the enemy team from the high ground uncontested, winning team fight after team fight. With all that being said, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Now, when starting this game off on Soldier, I'm going to be taking an alternate angle than my team. Soldier doesn't want to be playing behind the shields. He wants to be playing the high ground and creating a cross angle with his team. Because of his heal station and his abilities, he's allowed to do this, and he doesn't need that much resources from his team. Now, when coming over here, I see this Tracer. Now, there's a few things that I could be doing. One, I could run away, try to regroup with my team. I could, two, try to get in better positions while putting slight damage into her. Or I could, three, aggressively take this 1v1. What I decided to do here is 3, aggressively taking this 1v1, and I do it for a couple of reasons. For one, I realized that this Tracer is alone here. She's much faster than the rest of the team, and she's already on my side of the map, even though I sprinted here. That actually allows me to understand a few informational things that I can know. For one, I can imagine that she's actually low on blinks because she used her blinks to get here in the first place. That's the only reason that she's here already. So that means if she's already low on blinks, I could probably get her to force recall easily. Secondly, I know that because she's here alone, she's not going to be able to get that much support from her team. And thirdly, Soldier has a leg up in this matchup because one, he can one-shot a Tracer if executed correctly with his Helix rockets plus a melee, and with his heal station, it's really hard for a Tracer to duel him, even if he's just putting marginal damage into her. So for all these factors listed, this is why I try to aggressively take this 1v1. I think this duel will tell you just how one-sided this matchup can really be. I don't even hit a single Helix rocket in this fight, yet I managed to pressure the Tracer out, and she honestly can't do anything to me. I bait out her cooldowns, put pressure on her, and ultimately chase her down and kill her. Now that I've won this fight, I can start putting high ground pressure into the enemy team from this vantage point. Now when we're playing this specific instance, why do you think that you should never jump in front of an enemy DPS? This Baptiste uses Exa boots right in front of me, and it allows me to plant my feet as Soldier, easily track him mid-air like I'm shooting in a shooting gallery, and then Helix right at the point where he's going to touch the ground. This allows me to secure an easy kill on one of the supports. Not only did taking this cross angle and playing this position allow me to 1v1 the Tracer and win, but I put pressure on the enemy team, pressured this Baptiste's immortality field, and ultimately got a pick on him as well. Now the enemy has identified that I'm a threat, and they send both their Monkey and their Reaper after me. At this point, it's far too late. I get peel from my ally Zen, discording the targets that are diving me, and I simply play in my heal station to easily burst down this Monkey. Then, I bait out this Reaper's Wraith, chase him down, and easily confirm a kill on him with my Helix rocket. Something that you can do on Soldier in a lot of different situations is after you bait out cooldowns, you can actively chase them down. The two strongest specific things about Soldier is one, the fact that his heal station allows him to be independent and he can duel tons of different enemies, and two, because of his really powerful movement sprint ability, he can run around the map, position where he wants to, chase down or run away from enemies when the opportunity presents themselves. You know what other opportunity is presenting itself to you right now? All the amazing content at GameLeap.com. GameLeap.com has the most in-depth DPS guides over every character, including in-depth VOD reviews just like this on Soldier 76. If you want to become an insane Soldier 76, Widowmaker, or any DPS, come check out GameLeap.com and I'm sure you won't regret it. Now I end up getting picked off and we're trying to re-enter a point where the enemy Tracer already picked off 2 people. That being said, our zone is being contested, so I'm trying to turn this fight back. I come right out and I manage to secure a kill on the Tracer who's not paying attention to me with an easy Helix. Then, with my team, I pressure the Hog that was sleeping and start putting damage into the enemy team. Because I have high ground advantage here, I see it as an opportunity to ult in, and my Hammond secures a nice slam at the enemy. A nade follow-up and me just doing consistent damage here definitely helps us secure a lot of these kills. Notice how that after I bait the Tracer's recall, I instantly move on to the next target that's more of a priority. At this point, I'm just simply trying to confirm kills as quickly as possible by focusing the targets that are the highest priority, and with plays I made plus help from my team, we managed to easily cap this point right back. Also, something really important that you need to do in each and every one of your games, look at where I'm placed. I came right back to this high ground, the same high ground I've been playing on all game. Now, both the enemy Tracer and the enemy Ball want to come and contest me, But I have access to this mini plus a heal station, and it's a cross angle for my team, so they're not really trying to put any pressure into my supports. From up here, I can put in damage into them if they die with my supports, so they know that they have to contest me. They don't come at me hard enough, and I manage to just kite away for key opportunities to turn the tables. Something about Soldier in particular is because of his cooldown use, you can kite the enemy and wait until you have your cooldowns in order to take a fight when you're at a true advantage. Now notice after this fight, I go right back to this high ground here. Now this high ground is a super powerful position. This high ground has access to a mini. I get line of sight between me and my supports, and it has tons of escape opportunities. On top of that, it allows me to get cross angles on literally any place on the map. That's why this spot is so powerful. Now, while not every position you take on Soldier is going to be this powerful, there will be powerful high ground positions on nearly every single map. However, every time you take the high ground, you need to think about these big things. Firstly, what resources do you have near you? Where are the health kits near you? And also, can your supports heal you from your positioning? Most of the time, you're not going to be playing with your supports, but if you have long range healers like a Zen or an Ana, they could still heal you from across the map. You also need to think about exit strategies. Where will you run from if you get pushed? Do you have a specific route in mind to get you to safety? Maybe you can kite straight to a health pack or kite straight to peel. These are things that you need to think about every time you take the high ground. And lastly, what you need to think about is how effective does it make you? What line of sights do you have on the enemy, and does it block your certain line of sight? Sometimes there are extremely safe high ground positions, but the enemy can hide from your LOS and you can't get much value done. These are all things to think about every single time you take high ground positionings on Soldier, and when deciding where you want to position and what is the best positioning each and every time you take these high grounds. Now moving on to this next map on Busan, this map is actually specifically different. While there are some slight high ground angles, it's not the same as a lot of the other maps that we played, specifically the last map that had a really clear defined high ground. What you want to do a lot on this map with Soldier is you want to be trying to find alternate angles. You can easily play on the flank here, you can go all the way into the enemy backline, and you want to poke and prod, putting pressure into the enemy and trying to find key opportunities. Sometimes I'll play with my team, sometimes I'll go on flanks, but ultimately what I'm trying to do is fish for value. Essentially, because of Soldier's strengths and the fact that he has high levels of mobility, it allows you to take these really cross angles, put in a little bit of damage, and find key opportunities to get picks. Then, if you ever get pressured, you can easily run back to your team, no harm, no foul, and you basically get to come away scot-free. Sometimes getting a single pick can win you a free team fight, and then you just get more time off the clock, and you get that much closer to winning. So here I actually end up in a duel against the enemy Hanzo where I try to burst him down. That being said, he gets peel, and I do something that you should always do when you're at a super big disadvantage with Soldier. I don't have my Helix here. The enemy team is being actively pocketed. There's no way I win this matchup, so I just simply run away. Watch how I move here just to try to avoid the enemy team, because all I want to do is not get burst down here, and I want to live. Then, I loop all the way around to the enemy's backline. I'm still poking and prodding the enemy, and I'm trying to find key opportunities while routing back to my team. Check how just far back behind the enemy I'll go. I route all the way over here next to their spawn and grab a mini. Then, I go all the way behind them, because I'm pretty safe here. Then, I see an opportunity to try to kill the Hanzo from long range and miss. However, I'm going to route continuously to the left side because I'm going to try to regroup with my team because they're about to have a full team fight. I get back with my team right as the team fight starts, and I easily help my team secure a kill on the Zarya. This is the point that I really need to point across to many of you Soldier players. On many maps, Soldiers simply don't utilize the mobility that Soldier offers. Look at how much distance I cross through this map and how I use the terrain to my advantage. In each and every game I play, terrain on Soldier is something that you can really maximize because of his specific kit and his specific skill set. Now moving on to the last example that I have for you on Soldier 76, I start back into this fight in the same way that we've done every fight. I go route to this left side and I look for an opportunity. I see the Mei walking in a straight pattern and I can easily burst her down incredibly fast. She had almost no time to react to me. Then when the enemy team is trying to push me and hunt me down, notice that I do the exact same thing that I did against the Hanzo and the Baptiste. I simply run away and try to regroup with my team. I'm really utilizing my mobility here to try to get as much distance between me and the enemy as possible and get to safety. Then as my team engages, I take a cross angle where I can put tons of pressure in. I managed to get the Lucio extremely low, pressure out enemy cooldowns, and destroy Immortality Field, all was extremely vital for winning this team fight. Now I've showed you how to win team fights with Soldier 76, but I haven't showed you how to win the internal fight. The fight we all must face against our own inadequacy. That's right, everyone has to come to terms with it, including me. Sometimes you have to objectively look at yourself and say, I'm not very good at this game, but I want to be. Don't worry, because GameLeap has you covered. Our website is filled with coaches dedicated to help you become as good at Overwatch as you want to be. Don't give up on yourself and come to GameLeap and become that self-actualized GM player that we all know you can be. Anyways, that's it for this Soldier Advanced VOD review. If you liked the video, please smash that like button and let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear it and it really helps with the channel and I would really appreciate it. On top of that, any video ideas or questions, please leave them in the comments down below as well. I would love to answer any questions you have, as well as make any content that you would want to see. Just let me know. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. I'm Coach Mills, and until next time.